What up, y'all? It's Mike back again, and this time I'll be doing a video on hip hop beefs. This is part two, and on this fucking edition of hip hop beefs, I'll be talking about the beef between Cypress Hill and Westside Connection. Now, this beef took place between 1995 and 1996, and two of my favorite hip hop groups of all time easily, and the artists in there, some of my favorite artists of all time, like especially Ice Cube, man. Those first four Cube albums are fucking classic. They should be in the fucking Smithsonian. Classic material right there. But yeah, man. This beef started in like 1995 when Cube was filming Friday, and he was doing the getting songs for the soundtrack as well. And Be Real from Cypress Hill supposed to be in Friday. He supposed to play Hector, the Mexican homeboy that smoked out Smokey with the Sherm stick, the angel dust. And he couldn't, do that role unfortunately because his manager fucked up and booked dates for them to tour on, and he couldn't, do it. It was overseas, I believe, he said. So he couldn't really do that. He had to do those dates and stuff like that. But Q visited Cypress Hill while they were recording the masterpiece Temples of Boom. He visited them, and he wanted a song for the soundtrack, and they gave him "Roll It Up, Light It Up" off this soundtrack right here, Friday motion picture soundtrack, which is amazing soundtrack. It's fucking banging. Only complaints about it, even though I have no problem with the artist per se. I like some Isley Brothers and shit like that, and Rick James is dope, definitely. But if it was an all hip hop soundtrack, it would have been banging because every single hip hop track on here is fucking phenomenal. It's top three soundtrack for me. I fucking love it. And Friday the movie is one of my favorite movies of all fucking time, hands down, easily. But that's a banging song. Roll it up, light it up, smoke it up. That's an amazing song. Um, so they gave him that, but then they wanted to play him some songs. Said you know he's a good friend of ours, and we trust him, so we don't mind playing him some songs. So we played him "Throw Your Set in the Air" of Temples of Boom, and Cube really liked that shit. I mean, he really liked that shit, and he said, "Can I hear it again?" So I played it for him again, like for five fucking times. You know what I mean? And he wanted that at first, but Be Real was like, "Nah, man, that's gonna be our single for our new album. We would like to give it to you, but Sony feels strongly about making out our single." You know what I mean? And so they had to give him "Roll It Up, Let It Up, Smoke It Up," which is a fucking banging song. I love getting high to that shit. I love it. Oh man, the whole Temples of Boom album as well. It's probably my favorite album to get high to. Spark another hour, my nigga. Like I'd be fucking lifted. But yeah, this soundtrack is banging, and that's on here. Roll It Up, Light It Up, Smoke It Up. They gave him that, and fucking Cypress Hill. I believe they were touring, and one of their homeboys called them up and said, "Man, did you guys put out that 3 Cent in the Air track already?" And B Real was like, "Nah, man, I ain't put that shit out." And he's like, "Well, Ice Cube got that shit, in his song. He put it out." And B Real's like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? So he goes home and he hears it, and he's like, "Wow," you know what I mean? And fucking Muggs and Sin Dog of Cypress Hill automatically just started dissing Cube on, I think, was it Power 106 or Big Boy? I think it was. And they were dissing him, calling him a biter and shit. And I think Cube was filming a movie. Anaconda maybe at that time. I don't fucking know. I don't know what movie it was. But this shit was filming a movie. Probably still Friday. It had to be. Yeah, what the fuck am I talking about? It had to be still Friday. And he asked Be Real. He was like, "Yo, man, I heard y'all talking shit. y'all dissing me, you know what I mean? And Be Real said, well, the guys think that, you're biting our shit, you know what I mean? And he's like, no, I'll never steal from my friends and shit like that. And Be Real's like, you know what? It's hip hop. It happens. And, he let it slide. You feel me? And then Cube fucking had a group called Caution who released an amazing fucking album called South Central Los Scandalous. And they needed Be Real on a track. And Be Real went down in the studio to do his verse, his part, which is the chorus, and he fucking went in there and he heard, Caution members saying like popular words from Temples of Boom, like California and South Central Los Scandalous and shit like that, Los Scandalous. And he's like, what the fuck? Because no one on the West Coast was using that terminology ever. Like at that point, Be Real coined that shit. You know what I mean? And Be Real went for a phone call. He went to go call his manager. And when he fucking called his manager and came back to do the part over, he's like, I need to do that over. The fucking words were gone. You know what I mean? They were just gone. And he was like, he thought he could be slick and do this shit. So this nigga really did steal from us. Be Real was like, fuck this shit. So he went in the studio, finishing up Temples of Boom, which is my favorite Cypress album ever. It's fucking incredible. It's an amazing fucking piece of art. It's a masterpiece. It's their best work to date, in my opinion. Came out in 1995, and yeah, man. In my opinion, he slaughtered Cube on him, man. There's a lot of dope lines. Like, you got a pipe on your album cover, but you don't even smoke Buddha. He's referring to The Predator, dropped in 1992. Just a bunch of vicious lines. He even flips the fucking No Vaseline, a line on there that he says about Eazy-E. That Cube said about Eazy, he flipped that on him. He even mentioned that. He's like, the lynch mob is a friend of mine, but you talked about them niggas from behind. Shit like that. Just a bunch of vicious fucking bars. You know what a hossa is, O'Shea? A motherfucking pig that don't fly straight, referencing Scarface. Just a fucking ill diss track. It is underrated as fuck, and it's an amazing diss track. I fucking love it. Nigga Cube got cooked, in my opinion. And that was popping. It's a great fucking diss track. I love it. It's fucking brutal, in my opinion. But once Cube got wind of that, he started recording the Bow Down record with Mac 10 Dub C, Westside Connection, which that second record is trash, in my opinion. Terrorist Threat, I don't like it, other than probably 2 tracks. But this album is a bona fide fucking classic, not just in the West Coast, but in hip hop period. It's a top 20 album for me, easily. It's fucking amazing. Bow Down is the shit. I used to bang this shit at fucking 11 years old. It's dropped in 1996. It's an amazing piece of work. I love it, fucking love it. And they fired back with fucking King of the Hill, but Dub C didn't get involved because he was really cool with fucking Cypress. But Mac 10 said, I don't care how cool you are or how if you know the nigga or not, you ride with your nigga, and that's what he did. And the track is fucking banging. I mean, this is a vicious, vicious diss track. Oh, they call him the fucking hip hop Cheech and Chong, I believe, and fucking you hip hop hippies. Oh man, claiming that you're loco, but you ain't Mexican. Fire bars to keep his body and shit. I'm having illusions. Me whipping your motherfucking ass, talking shit at the end. It's just a fucking banger. You know what I mean? It must be the white boy thinking all niggas crooks. Reference to DJ Muggs. Just a fucking violent, brutal diss track, man. It is A phenomenal diss record. It's top five for me, man. It's King of the Hill, underrated as well, and it's fucking brutal. It is absolutely decapitating, man. The nigga just got real angry on that shit. Mac 10 did dope too. He had a dope fucking verse. Cube just slaughtered that shit, man. Oh, it's a fucking it's an amazing fucking album. It's I mean well that's too, but amazing diss track. It's so gully and in your fucking face, the straight gangster shit, and they got annihilated, man. You know what I mean? I think King of the Hill is better than the rest for the Wicked. You know what I mean? Just an amazing fucking diss track. And then once Be Real got wind of that, he went in the studio and he recorded over that instrumental, a King of the Hill instrumental, was recorded Ice Cube Killer. And in my opinion, was banging too. It wasn't released underground. It wasn't released on no format. No, you can get it on CD at the time or nothing, which should have been a single in my opinion. Probably couldn't do it because of the fucking, it was on the same beat as King of the Hill, but that shit was dope as fuck. Really fucking grimy shit. But in my opinion, Westside Connection still won. Cause that fucking King of the Hill is slaughter. And I love both Cypress and fucking Westside Connection, but man oh man, that fucking King of the Hill is just vicious. It's absolutely vicious. Brutal. You know what I mean? And fucking they got it with that, you know what I mean? Definitely. Like no Ice Cube Killer was dope. Some dope lines in there, you know what I mean, from Be Real. Be Real had like a fucking sound alike of Cube when he was in NWA, like that era, 88, 89 era, like dissing himself or some shit, like he's looking in the mirror, dissing himself. That was a logic to that, and that was pretty fucking cool, but man, they couldn't fuck with King of the Hill at the end of the day. And beef, like real beef should happen over this, man. Like, he had beef with Cam and Solo. His cousin is Cam. Solo's I think was a rapper. He played Franklin in Grand Theft Auto 5 and shit. Played in the Wash too. He ran up on Cube at a red light, knocked the nigga out, took his Rolex and his Westside Connection piece, his chain, gave it to Be Real. Be Real's at the House of Blues, and he fucking took a picture of that shit. You know what I mean? Mac 10 didn't like that. He's like, "What brownie points do you get for that, nigga?" You know what I mean? And it was just a fucking crazy beef. You know what I mean? Nuts. But in the end, I think Westside takes it home. Cube is known for slaughtering niggas, and fucking Be Real ain't no slouch, man. He's an amazing lyricist, underrated as fuck. And in my opinion, No Rest for the Wicked was just fucking flawless diss track. You know what I mean? Ice Cube Killer was dope too, but I like No Rest for the Wicked better. And King of the Hill, man, takes it. So morally, Cypress all day. Cube did buy his shit. You know what I mean? He just didn't tell him. You know what I mean? He just did some whack shit, and Cube gets a fucking stale point for that. Definitely, he gets a little, check for staleness on that. That's kind of whack, but he still won. Westside Connection wins this for me. What are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments. I really enjoy this shit, man. You got any requests for beefs? I'll fucking do it. I got some other ones in mind. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, crazy fucking beef, man. It ended in 1997, early 97, because Mexican mafia niggas, MS-13 niggas, I believe, were just calling up Be Real saying, you know what? Yo, we handle this shit for you, homie. And the shit just got fucking deaded right there. You know what I mean? Be Real spoke to, Mac 10 and Cube, said it's all good. It's squashed. They squashed it, moved on, which is great because Pocket Biggie was gone around that time, and beef shit can get serious. You feel me? So, yep, I think Westside Connection takes it, but Cypress Hill did fucking great with the rest of the Wicked and the fucking Ice Cube Killer, but that King of the Hill was fucking scorching. So that's my thoughts, y'all. And I'll see you on the flip side. Some more videos planned. So I'll see y'all niggas on the flip side. Peace.